Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Donna Shovlin and I'm coming with you from Pastries for Pets. And today I'm going to be making edible dog bowls with you. And what I'm going to do is, actually I started a little bit early and I do apologize for being a little bit late, but I'm not used to doing live on YouTube and I just realized I did the whole demonstration without hitting the button to go live. Could happen to anyone, right? So I'm going to start this over. My name is Donna. I am the president and CEO of Pastries for Pets, and I'm known for my ingredients for decorating. I sell dog treat icing and frosting where it's a powdered mix, and all you do is you add water to it and food coloring, you mix it up and you decorate dog treats, and then you let them dry and you have a great time with your dogs with them because it's usually very cute. So what I'm doing today is I'm showing everyone how to make edible dog bowls because Easter is coming up this weekend, this Sunday, and it's a lot of fun to take an edible dog bowl and actually turn it into a dog Easter basket. And as you come on, please say hello. Let me know you can hear me. I'm here to answer any questions that you might have as I go along. And I'm going to go ahead and show you and tell you the recipe that I'm using for this fun little project. Just going to put my gloves on because I have raw eggs in my dough and I don't like to touch raw eggs, and neither should you, without washing your hands immediately afterwards. And what I did was I took 1.5 cups of oat flour and 1.5 cups of rice flour, 3 large eggs, a 1/4 cup honey, a 1/4 cup canola oil or olive oil, whatever your preference is, and 1/2 cup of water. And then I mixed it into my mixing bowl, and I'm going to just run it a little bit. Even though I already put all the ingredients in, I'm going to mix the dough up a little bit more just so you can see how the dough is supposed to look when it's done. Give this a start. So basically, I put in the flours, the eggs, the honey, the oil, the water. I put them all in at once. And then I just ran the stand mixer with a dough hook, and it brings all the ingredients together into a ball of dough. There you go. And I'm going to show you how it's supposed to look because it's important to see how it looks. And if you do this and your dough is too crumbly, you might have accidentally used medium eggs or small eggs. What you really want to do is make sure you use 3 large eggs because this way you get the right consistency. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off, and I'll show you how the dough is supposed to look. I'm just grabbing it from the sides of the bowl. Another good pointer is as the dough is mixing, if it's really kind of a liquidy dough, you might want to stop your mixer and take a spoon and just scrape the sides of the bowl and then run the mixer again. It does take a few minutes to really form the dough for you, so you have to be patient. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here and roll it out for you. Now you can add flour down if you'd like to and roll it out that way so it doesn't stick to your counter. What I like to do is put it on parchment paper because this way it's less sticky and it's an easier cleanup at the end. I'm going to flip my dough over and hopefully it doesn't stick too much. No, it's a good dough. This dough is it's really meant to be a little bit on the more firm side. And I do that because whenever I sprinkle my dog treat dough with flour, I like to really wipe off the flour afterwards so that it doesn't look like mold when it's baked, because sometimes flour can do that. But you can always wipe off your flour with damp fingers. You can just wipe it off with your hands. It comes off pretty easy. And another thing I'm using is a special rolling pin, and on this rolling pin there's these green little dividers, and they are measured so they are 1/4 inch. This way when I'm rolling the dough, when my rolling pin gets flat, that means my dough is all a 1/4 inch thick all the way around. So that's really nice because when you roll dough with a rolling pin, sometimes some of the dough sides are a little bit thicker than the other side. And your cookies or your dog treats will be uneven. So this works magic to your dough. And that looks good. So now I'm going to take, I have just a normal pie tin. I'm going to take this and flip it over. And by the way, this is probably about, I don't know, 3 or 4 inch pie tin. It's not a large, 11, 12 inch pie tin. You can use those too. I just prefer the smaller tins because it makes a smaller edible bowl and it just looks cuter. It's my own personal preference. So I'm going to go ahead and put this onto the dough itself. And I'm taking a butter knife and I'm just carefully using the pie tin as a template, and I'm cutting around it in a circle. So this way I'm going to have the exact shape that I need to place the dough right into the pie tin to make my edible bowl. Now I'm going to peel off the excess and put it aside because I could use this to make more edible bowls, or I can use it to make dog treats with cookie cutters. And so I'm just going to put this right into the bowl. And then, and if you use a sharp knife, the edges won't be so uneven, or just like they kind of look a little bit funky around the edges. That's because I used a plastic butter knife. I didn't have a sharp one that was small enough to do this. But you can easily take your dough and push it down and make a scallop design. And this way, nobody will know that your edges might have looked a little frayed, I guess you could say. And then I'm just going to keep going around in a circle until it's done. And then all you do is you preheat your oven and you pop it right in, right on the tin, okay? Now, I have one in the oven because I already showed people how to do this without hitting the go live button, which is kind of nice though, because then you can see what the final product looked like. But what I did was I just took this tin, did exactly this with the raw dough. I preheated my oven before I started for 350 degrees, and I put it in for 15 minutes. So it's almost been about 15 minutes for the one that I started earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out of the oven and check on it for you and show you how it looks. It's looking pretty good. So I'm going to hold it up here. I'm not going to put it on the parchment paper, and then this way you can get a good look at it. And I think, yeah, I'll put it on this camera right here. So you can see that it's almost done. It'll be golden brown when it's done. And then I could take and I could make it green if I want to with dog treat icing, or just leave it plain and have a cute edible bowl. I'm going to actually put it back in the oven because it's almost done, but I wanted you to see what it looks like when it's baking. And then all I do when it's done, I let it cool off for about 5-10 minutes. And then I just take the tin and I flip it over and I have a perfectly shaped bowl for my dogs. And one thing that's nice is I can put coconut grass in there. I can take the grass and make it green with food coloring and put it in as edible grass and cute little dog treats for Easter. And before I let you go, it's a great hostess gift idea where instead of bringing wine or, deviled eggs or whatever you want to bring for Easter, you can bring your host or hostess a cute edible basket for their dog. It goes over very well and everyone loves to spoil their dogs. And I hope you have fun with these baskets and spoil your dogs just as much as I spoil my dog on Easter. And I will be back next week with another topic. So I hope you can join me. I believe I'm going to do a topic about birthday cakes. And I'll catch you then. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a wonderful Easter.